Hey, creative friend. Happy Mindful Monday. Yes, yes, yes. So, I was thinking the other night, and I was like, well, I asked my students this too on their first day. I'm like, what inspired you to start making jewelry? Now, listen, I'll quickly tell you what mine was. I remember when I was younger going to the mall, Claire's boutiques to be specific. And I would always be like, oh, I'm going to buy some rings, right? Or some earrings. And I get my little allowance and buy my little earrings and stuff and my rings. If I could find my size, I could never. It was hard to find my size. I was a 6. Still am. Well, now my favorite is my middle finger, which is a 7. But anyway, so I remember fast forward years later, because I used to be like, dang, everybody, why this girl got the same earrings as me, right? Like, we all shopping at the same place. But I got inspired to make my own because my aunt and my cousin were taking a jewelry making class. And I was like, I should do that. But I was shy because I saw those tools and got intimidated. Long story shorter, I got inspired to make jewelry because I wanted to make things that didn't look like what everybody else was wearing. I know you like, but you could have just said that in the beginning. I got to bring you in though. But that's why I started creating jewelry. That's what inspired me, because I wanted something that nobody else had. So I could be unique and special in that arena, right? So I want to know, put in the comments, you guys, what inspired you to start making jewelry? Okay, let's think about it. Was it like the first time you saw gemstones and you were like, oh, look how they look in the light, and oh, this is so beautiful? Or maybe it was the feeling of holding something that you made, after you decided to take that leap, and that mix of pride and peace that you got from creating something. Maybe that helped keep you going, like inspired, like, you know what, I could really do this. Or maybe it was seeing someone's face light up when they wore one of your pieces and they were so excited, like, girl, I really love these earrings. Look how they make me look. Yes. I did a video. Oh, no, that was for Facebook, but okay, maybe I'll share it one day. But one of my students made some beautiful blue jean hoop earrings, and they're really not my style, right? But I said, we finna wear these. Girl, I got so many compliments. How diva I look. So sometimes it's helpful, you get excited when you help someone get out of their comfort zone, right? But whatever it is, that spark, that's you, babe. That's what's gonna keep fueling that inspiration. You keep remembering that, because sometimes we get inspired, but then we get too busy because we focus on projects, we focus on deadlines, we focus on sales, we focus on tutorials, all the things. And then that thing that we loved starts to feel like a job, right? Or feels like, oh, this is just one more thing I have to do. And our spark starts to dim a little bit. I mean, it's not gone, but it's just waiting for you to come back and notice it again. So that's why staying connected to your inspiration is so important, because it keeps your creativity alive, and it fills your heart, right? When you're working, you get that spark that we talk about again. And inspiration is kind of like a friendship, right? It needs attention, it needs time, and a little bit of love. Okay, a lot of bit of love. So whether your inspiration comes from nature, art, music, your culture, or your own personal journey, just keep revising it and go back to the things that make your heart feel happy, right? So sometimes I may take a walk and notice how the light hits the leaves, or when I'm driving, which that's very dangerous because I want to pull out my camera. But it's those colors. I'm like, I need those colors. The colors spark your next design. That has happened. And you guys, when you're walking, take a picture. Not when you're driving, though. And then sometimes, if you have sketchbooks, because I found some of mine, you'll flip through your old sketchbooks or the photos of your first creations to remind you how far you've come. Now, listen, here's the thing I always tell the students. That very first piece that you've ever created, I don't care if it's just one beat that you wrapped or you made a loop or whatever it was, keep it. Keep it. Now, I didn't think about, before this talk, I wasn't thinking about taking a photo of my first creation. Well, back then, I don't even remember if I had a cell phone like that. I did. Okay. Anyway, but I didn't think about taking a picture of my photo because a picture of my first project, because I wasn't thinking long term. Like, oh, then you can go back and see how you've improved. So I encourage you to do that, because now I wish I had. Well, anyway, let's go back. But yeah, you're going to totally reconnect to what inspires you so that you can get that flow going again. I'm always talking about flow, but I do that, right? Because remember, y'all, inspiration is not just about ideas. It's about the energy behind those ideas. What is fueling your motivation for this piece? Why did you start creating this in the first place? Was it like years ago, because my son is 29 now, we're 20 years apart. He bought me some flowers for Sweetest Day. The very first flowers he bought me, I think he was 13 or 14, something like that. And he bought me these flowers, and I was like, I want to keep these forever, because I still have his dad's flowers that he gave me on Sweetest Day when we were teenagers and we were dating. I still have those. But what I did with my sons, I crunched up the petals, let them dry out, whatever. And I made a piece of jewelry out of them with some resin. And it was inside of a heart thing, and I wanted to keep it always. Well, honey, I thought I was keeping it always. It's gone now, you guys. Sad, tear. We had a flood this summer and it washed away in the flood. Anyway, but I remember it though. So if he buys me more flowers, maybe I'll recreate it, saying this time around. But that was my motivation. Is I wanted to keep this moment as a keepsake from my son so I could show him later. Now at least I got to show him the petals from the flowers that his father bought me when we were dating. That's cool. He was like, what? You kept this? Yeah. Sure enough. But so that's one of the inspirations that, remember, it's not about the ideas. It was about the energy and the motivation of why I wanted to create that piece. And you'll have those moments sometimes. So let's talk about what you can do. Let's do our action step, y'all, because this is homework in a positive way. So I want you to create. What about this, y'all? Create an inspiration corner. Now, listen, it doesn't have to be fancy. It could be a small space, or even like a little notebook or a folder where you collect things that light you up. Because I've taken a regular spiral notebook and just taped things to the pages, kind of like a collage or whatnot. And then I would write, what I would use this for. So it could be like photos of nature. It could be pieces of jewelry that inspire you, or color palettes that you love. Even a few words or some quotes that make you feel creative, right? Then every time you feel stuck or disconnected, take 5 minutes to sit with your inspiration corner to breathe and look and feel and let yourself remember that creative spark. Okay? So as you go back to your creative space, bring that energy with you, because your inspiration isn't something outside of you. It's something in you, and you're just trying to reawaken it, okay? And so I want you to stay connected to it. I want you to nurture it and let that connection guide your hands, your heart, and your next creation. Oh, please share in the comments with me. What is something special that you created that just meant so much to you? I would love to hear about it in the comments, and I'm sure the rest of the family would too. Okay, so don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Invite your friends into our family, you guys, especially if they're other creatives, and let's welcome them in. Make sure you also hit that notification bell so that you never miss a Monday mindfulness talk, right? Or any other things that we're doing over here. So with that being said, because this video got a little bit longer than I had intended, and that's okay. Okay. Happy creating. Love, Angela.